Hello all, welcome to the YouTube channel of Petroleum from Scratch. I am Jay Char and this is Petroleum Data Analytics and Machine Learning playlist. So in our previous videos, we were discussing about the Python library known as Numpy, how to use Numpy for for constructing arrays, how to add dimensionality in Numpy arrays, how to construct Numpy arrays by using various methods like linspace and a range. So in this video, we are going to discuss a topic known as array indexing. Now we know how to construct a NumPy array. Now I want to assess elements from my array. In that case, array indexing and array slicing comes into picture. So in this video, we are going to discuss about array indexing for one dimensional array. In the next video, we are going to discuss about array slicing, and in the coming videos we will also going to discuss about high dimensional arrays. So first of all, what is array indexing? Array indexing is nothing but a word term for assessing array elements. You have constructed an array. Let us suppose I'll give you an example here. I have constructed an array np dot array 1 2 3, and I want to assess the first element from this array. So for that, I have to use array indexing. So how does this array indexing works? Actually, what happens when I have constructed this array, a certain index has automatically assigned to my elements of the array, and that indexing starts from 0. So what does that mean? This means that my first element of this numpy array is corresponding to 0th index. My second element of my array is going to corresponding to first index, and my third element in this array is going to correspond to the second index. So my indexing number will be kind of one less than the actual number. For example, here this 3 is present on my third position, so index is going to be 2. So how to assess the element? Now I want to assess my first element of this numpy array, or you can say the element at the 0 index. So I just need to write the name of my array, give a square bracket, and give the index of the point that I want to assess. Here I want to assess the 0th index, so I have given 0. In that way I can assess my single element from list. So first of all, let us make a large array, somewhat large array, so that our discussion will be easy. And I also want to add one more thing in this video. PFS and chase and last. And let us name this array as ARR, so that array will be stored for this short array. Now what happened? Okay, I haven't used quotes for my string. So okay, so here I want to assess my first element, just ARR, given the name of the my numpy array and given 0th index. Here you can see I assessed the 0th index. So can you see one difference here of this array 0 and AR0? So the difference is when I'm going to when I'm going to get the type of my this array 0, it is going to return me numpy integer. But when I'm going to get the type of this ARR0, it will be going to return me string. So why this is happening? The main reason is this, that you can see in this array only integers are present. Only integers are present, so that's why every element is going to be considered as integer. But in this array we are using string also. So array is going to have homogeneous type of elements in it. So that's why the initial integers are also converted to string, because we cannot convert strings into integers, but we can convert integers into strings. If only integers and floats were present, then the integers are going to convert it into floats. So this is an important thing, guys. Remember this, because this sometimes create confusion, and it is also going to help us in further coming parts. So that was my indexing part by using positive indexes. Now you can also assess your elements by using negative indexes. Now how does negative indexes work? My last element of the numpy array is going to have a negative index, or is going to have an index of -1 also. So here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 elements are present in my ARR array. So the last element is going to have is going to have two indexes. From the positive side, it is going to have 6, and from the negative side, it is going to have -1 index. If I'm going to write ARR 6, it is going to return my last element, and if I am going to write ARR -1, that will also return my last element. So you can assess the elements of an array by either using positive indexes or negative indexes. For example, now I want to assess my third element. First of all, I will show how to assess the third element by using positive index. Then we will going to use the negative index. For the positive index, as you can see, it is third element, so it is going to have index number 3 minus 1 2. So ARR 2, here is my third element 45. Now I am going to use my negative index, that is -1 -2 -3 -4 -5. So when I'm going to enter -5 square bracket, it is again going to give me 45. Now by using indexing, you can also perform operations on different elements of your numpy array. For example, for this array, this above array, I'm going to add my second index and my first index. So just write array my second index plus array at first index. So that is going to give me return me sum of 3 plus 2 5. In a similar way, for this ARR, because the elements present in this ARR array are strings, as we have already see. So when we are going to perform addition function on this string, so it is going to return me that type of thing. As here you can see, when I'm going to add my -1 index, sorry, -1 index with my -2 index, it is going to return me last Jayesh. Here you can see it is going to return me last Jayesh. And again, if I want to add this string thing from my this last element from my array, and my first element is, it is going to return me last one. Because remember guys, each and every element in this array is going to be converted into strings, because some strings elements are already present. So if I'm going to write array -1 plus array 0, that is going to return me last one. So this is all about array indexing in 1D arrays. In our next video, we are going to discuss array slicing, when we have to assess multiple elements. As you can see, in indexing, you can only assess one element corresponding to the index that we are providing. Now, if you want to assess multiple elements from a given array, in that thing, array slicing comes into picture. So that's all for this video. Thank you. Have a good day.